and we should not back off now, because the fire has been lit, and let us keep the fire burning. The only thing I would like to encourage us is this, that you cannot do the same thing the same way and expect a different result. For me, I have this proposal. For the sake of those in hospitals, for the sake of families who have people who have been buried and those still lying in the morgues, I would like us now to do things differently. And the different approach I have is this. Yesterday, I told people something, that you cannot catch fish if you fear swimming. What do I mean? That the battle has now switched. We have now to switch the battle from being activists to being issue-based and being objective. How can we be objective? We have to offer an alternative solution to the people of Kenya. We have demonstrated that we have shown them that there is looting, there is corruption in this government. Now, how do we offer an alternative solution? The alternative solution is to have a political party that will offer Kenyans a solution that we have been singing, because we are now fighting a political war. Let us now avoid being activists. Tumekuwa activists na tumekuwa casualties. Tumeandamana, nani ame benefit? Somebody else. Now we need to offer the people of Kenya a different solution, a different alternative of good governance, social justice, by a non-bipartisan party. And I plead with us, selling an ideological political party is extremely expensive. And the more we delay, the late we will be caught up. I can tell you one thing, that even in my village, there are people that don't know there is a party known as UDA. And UDA actually won an election. Na kuna watu hawajui kama kuna UDA. So if we sit back and wait longer, we will not make it, and Ruto will win the 2027 presidential election. So I plead with us, sorry, Pipi. I plead with us, let us start as early as yesterday. We can even start reconstituting the party structure, values, constitution as we wait for the name. Tunajigawanya, wengine wanaenda hospitali, wengine wanaenda kwa matanga, wengine wana structure the party that we want. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Msamakweli, you're next.
Nanisikia?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I will make my case very simple. First of all, we are winning. Momentum's it a shift, so let's stay the course. Campaigns, yes, campaigns take a long time. 3 years here, a long time. This is what I'm thinking. Just 2 points. I think going here, I see Pipita, I see Otero, I see Wanyama, people here who host a lot of spaces with Afrocentric. I think we need to, when we come on these spaces, I think we need to get to where now, sasa nikikuja hapa nasema, I'm here, I'm a millennial or whatever, and I'm here to declare my intent. I will run in for the MP of Gatanga constituency in the upcoming election. I need your support. Kama wewe unataka kuran wherever, governor or whichever, come declare your intent, and I need your support. A few things, because one, if you look at what these guys are doing, they have all ganged up together, which is no surprise, because they've been screwing up. They've been screwing us for the last 60 years, and we need to change this culture. So, sisi, manifesto yetu ya campaign yetu is very simple. We want to do away with the old guard, because all they've done is shaft us, nothing else. And the first thing is to just get rid of corruption. Hata hatuna shida. Hii election is just zero corruption going forward. That in itself is going to be a big boost to the economy. Then, number two, these guys, if you look at zile mpango wako nazo sahi, they are counting on two things. The ignorance of the average voter mashinani. So that is what they are counting on. So the assumption is that Gen Z wako very informed. And lakini the average wale watu kule mashinani hawako, and they are counting that is going to happen. A few things logically, Gen Z is whether ni in the urban areas na in the rural areas. In the upcoming election, Gen Zs and millennials will be close to almost 70% of eligible voters. So that means the big task we have ahead is the same, kuwa informed na nini unasikia kwa spaces na kila mtu na wale watu wako kwa protest. How do you make sure that everybody who is in that age bracket all over the country, you have gotten them to align with their view of things? And I think the most effective way is to have in every county, every ward in Kenya, all over, people declaring personal intent to go and run there. Whether ni MCA, governor, nini, what, MP, or your constituency. Everywhere. And then they will be the foot soldiers. They will be the foot soldiers. Educating. Kina shosho, made, nani, what, Gen Zs, na millennials, wa uko, agitating, and they also have a personal interest because they are in alignment with this movement to win this coming election. My other point is funding. We're going to need time, energy, funding. The Constitution guarantees us Kenyans freedom of speech and freedom to assemble, which, in extension, the freedom, as long as you're not funding illegal activities, you can contribute or give money to whoever you want for them to elevate their speech. And I believe that is legal. Na wakili kama ako hapa kwa laini na kaka kuna wakili wengine wa confirm kitu. The government iko na hii narrative wanasema, nani anafund hii movement, nani anafund hii movement. Every Kenyan has this constitutional duty and right to be able to fund any protest or any candidate as long as it is not for violence. It's not someone who is advocating for violence or anything. And please, our hosts, please ask a lot of wakili so that this can be clear, because Gava is trying to make Kenyans think that there is something wrong with them funding peaceful protests or candidates who want to run for office peacefully. So that's just my two things: funding, the right to fund a protest or the right to fund candidates. Alafu let the candidates come up kwa kila space. Ukikuja hapa tuambie unataka kurana MCA wapi, jina yako ni nani, weka kwa hando yako ndio tukuone, weka tip jar yako hapa ndio tukutumie pesa, uende huko mashinani ufanye campaign, uende unini, because you're going to need 3 years. But you also have to continue to protest so that, because there's so much that is wrong, so that the Kava can continue to know we are here, we are engaged, we are not going anywhere, and we are calling them out for all their bullshit every day until the election day, making sure the elections are being planned accordingly, so that, because there is no turning back, we have to win this thing of what to kuingia ofisi, and they are doing illegal things. They cannot even follow the constitution or follow the law, and think that they're just going to violate us via violence. Killing has to stop. Asante.